Good morning, America. This is Q92 filling in for Big News Morgans, here to bring you to the news. Today's temperature will be 71 degrees, partly cloudy with a 100% chance of a brand new One Piece chapter. So let's get on into it. Yo, peoples! Q92 here with yet another One Piece reaction and review. And today we're going to be checking out chapter 953, Once Upon a Fox. Oh, I've been waiting for this chapter. And also, later today, I'm going to be doing the read-through of Volume 18 of My Hero Academia in order for me to slowly but surely catch up to all the recent chapters until I pretty much catch all the way up to My Hero, because I've been hearing a lot of things that have been happening. No spoilers, thank you. So, let's go ahead and check out this front cover page. So, we got Capone and his gang. Gang Beige, well, Capone's gang, Oh My Family, Volume 4, enemy ship successfully hijacked, onwards to Thriller Bark. Yeah, they're going to Thriller Bark! But with Gecko Moria being at B Island, where Blackbeard is, who's running the show at Thriller Bark? Not unless Gecko pretty much took Thriller Bark with him. I highly doubt it. I wonder who's in charge. Perona's not there because she's with Mihawk. Huh. Makes me wonder. Alright, let's move on. A letter. Dear Kawamatsu, thank you for all you have done. I will be fine. Sincerely, Hiyori. And this looks... Kawamatsu's by himself and he's getting all teary-eyed. Huh? Lady Hiyori! Princess! Lady Hiyori! And he's just going everywhere, I guess, trying to find her. Or he's going off by himself, but there's a letter left for him from Hiyori. Princess! Lady Hiyori! Lady Hiyori! Oh, this is when Kawamatsu caught up to... No, this is completely different. Present day Ringo. Then we have Gyukimaru running from Zoro. He just doesn't give up, that jerk, even though he's wounded. What is this place? In any case, if I just follow his blood trail. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oihagi Bridge. We should leave this place. I cannot believe that... I cannot believe that there are still such relentless hunters. I wonder who that huge warrior monk was from earlier was. Hop on. It is hard to walk here. Hey, I am not a child, Kawamatsu. Gapapa, is that so? Then why are you making such a childish face? You meanie. I want to ask you... Oh, is that her? Yes. I want to ask you so many things, but first, can you tell me why you are here? And he doesn't say anything. After you left back then, this is where I came to take care of some rather dull matters. If something terrible befalls the princess, then I will commit seppuku here in this place. Like Hakumai, this large northern expanse of Ringo was ruled by the powerful and renowned Shimotsuki family. Shimotsuki? That name sounds so familiar. Shimotsuki. I heard that name before. Shimotsuki family. Where did I hear that from? The daimyo's name was Lord Shimotsuki Ushimaru. He was a master swordsman and always had a fox at his side. A fox? But eventually, even Ringo became a wasteland by Kaido's hand. Have you ever heard of Ringo's burial practice, the Eternal Grave? Yes, because of how cold it is here, the corpses left in coffins have not rotted for centuries. Precisely, and their graves are marked by their swords. There are even famous swords amongst those graves. And because of that, it is only obvious that it would attract grave robbers. Such is the current state of Ringo. Gon! Gon is the sound a fox makes in Japanese. I'm not gonna do a joke of a certain music video here. I could say it, but I'm not. He won't tempt me. Yeah, he's gonna rip us apart! And this is the Beast Pirates going up against a fox, it looks like.
Grr! Gong! Could you at least let me die quietly? Huh? Wait, you are. Is that you, Onimaru?
The name of that Koma Kitsune was Onimaru. He was the companion of Lord Shimotsuki Ushimaru, the late daimyo of Ringo. Tien, similar to... Okay, I need to expand this page. Similar to Komainu, Inu means dog, Kitsune means fox.
I have met you before once.
And then Onimaru falls over.
Onimaru! Huh? Did you protect this place? All by yourself for all this time?
More than 5 years after the destruction of Ringo, Onimaru continued to fight against grave robbers all by himself. Yo, this fox is OP. We have another instance where someone like Kuma was defending a location by themselves for so many years. But he's been defending this place longer than Kuma was defending the Sunny. For 2 years, Kuma defended the Sunny, but for 5 years, Onimaru's been defending this entire section of Ringo from grave robbers. Those born in Ringo are bestowed with a sword at birth. They live with their swords, and thus when they die, those same swords serve as their grave markers.
Look, I brought food. Foxes like Aburage, right? Your wounds will never heal if you refuse to eat. You cannot protect your master's grave if you die.
And then Onimaru sniffs the food and they start eating it. Tien Aburage is fried tofu pockets, a type of Japanese food. This Japanese food sounds so good, I want to have some. But Onimaru's biting it, eating it, and then they see Kawamatsu going up to a spot, and they start digging into a grave. Oh, he's getting the swords for the rebellion. And Onimaru does not like it.
Do not make such a fuss. Forgive me.
And then Onimaru still barks at him.
I understand your anger, but please forgive me.
And then Onimaru just straight up bites Kawamatsu in the arm.
Let go! I do not know if you will understand, but I also do not wish to disturb the rest of the deceased. However, in 13 years' time, there will be another large battle. The day that prideful samurai of this country rise up again will definitely come. When that time comes, they will definitely need weapons. On a battlefield, the swords of the fallen are lifted up again by their comrades. The spirits that reside within the sword are what makes samurai powerful, and are what gives them the power to defeat their enemies. This place is still a battlefield. The battle between the beast pirates and Wano has not ended yet. It is still too early for these swords to rest. Until the destined day arrives, I cannot allow these swords to be stolen by wandering robbers. I need to gather all of these and hide them before that happens. At the very least, for someone like myself who could not complete their mission. For someone like myself who could not even protect Lady Hiyori, it is the very least that I can do. No, the only thing I can do. If I do not do something, I will become overwhelmed with guilt. It will consume me. If you are hungry, then hurry up and rip this arm off and take it with you. I will not stop.
Then Onimaru stops biting him and actually starts to lick his wounds. And then Onimaru sits off by themselves and just watches as he gathers up the swords. Then Kawamatsu goes to sleep, wakes up, and he sees Onimaru starting to dig the swords up from the grave spots. Is it starting to get bright enough where I don't need this? Kinda, a little bit. I'll keep it over here, just for a little more ambient light.
How surprising. Does he understand me? We must find a place to store the swords. We should dig down. Alright, we are going grave robbing today as well.
And I guess Onimaru agrees with him.
It is freezing. I am hungry. If I sell 1 or 2 of these at the capital...
And Onimaru doesn't like it, barks at him.
I managed to borrow some food.
So this is just like a little adventure with Kawamatsu and Onimaru.
Hey, wait, you real grave robbers?
You jerk. Who the heck are you?
I am Gyukimaru of Oihagi Bridge. Gapapa.
And then, Onimaru just barks with him.
Past this point is the center of Ringo. I will not let you take anything from the graves. Leave all of your weapons here. After doing that, and then we cut back to the present. After doing that for a while, I went to the capital to gather food, and then certain circumstances happened, which prevented me from returning here. Gyukimaru, could it just be a coincidence? How bizarre. We caught the Aburagi thief. I made a blunder. So are you here to meet with Mr. Fox? I do not expect to find Onimaru here. He must have gotten sick of waiting. It has been 13 years. After all, I cannot imagine he stayed here all this time. At the very least, if the swords we hid back then are still there, we should have enough for a few hundred people, but... Sir Zorojuro!
The big guy disappeared, but he left this door open. What is his aim? Do we follow him or do we go in? And Kawamatsu was like,
Through here is an underground passage.
Bidip, 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 bidip. Bidip, 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 bidip. Gotcha.
Kinemon?
Kawamatsu, I am so glad that you are alive.
Because of what happened over in Udon, the number of soldiers has risen significantly. However, we do not have enough weapons, right?
So you understand. Yes, exactly. It is definitely a problem. Orochi has been confiscating all of this country's swords for the past 20 years.
Rest assured, the amount of soldiers you gather matters not. We will have enough weapons for everyone.
Yo! So the place they just went into is stockpiled full of nothing but melee weapons, swords, and spears, exactly what everyone wants. Yo! Is that true?
Send some forces to the location I am about to tell you. Why are there so many? Wait, was it Onimaru? No, this is the work of a human.
And it looks like we're cutting back to Gyukimaru. And he's hiding off to the side. What? I'm sorry? Gyukimaru? Was Onimaru? He is a Kitsune after all, but it never dawned on me that maybe he could turn into a human. I don't need this light. It's getting bright enough in my room where I don't need this flashlight anymore. It actually got bright pretty fast. But Gyukimaru... Focus. Thank you. Gyukimaru is Onimaru? And Onimaru just huffs off real hard and starts to walk away.
Sir Zorojuro, if your sword is truly Sushui...
Then please give it...
Then please give it back to this country.
I told you that sword's mine.
I will give you a suitable replacement. It is my late father's beloved blade which was given to me, the famous blade Enma. It is a legendary blade that managed to give Kaido his one
and only scar. What? The famous blade Enma. The sword that gave Kaido his scar. Inherited will. Yo! And it doesn't say we're going on break. Chapter 953 end. TN, Enma means God of Hell in Buddhism. Wow. So, if Zoro gives back the Shusui, which was entrusted to him by Ryuma, he gives it back to Wano, but in turn, Hiyori's going to give him the sword that scarred the invincible, undefeatable Kaido. The only weapon that has actually left a mark on Kaido will be in Zoro's hands. And, okay, recap. We cut back to how Kawamatsu is reflecting on things that he did in his past, how he met Onimaru, who we come to find out is Gyukimaru. So essentially, Onimaru is a kitsune with the ability to change into a human. I don't know why I didn't pick up on this earlier, because there's no such thing as an average fox in One Piece. Not that I've seen any foxes at all, but it never really dawned on me that maybe Onimaru could turn into a human. But it didn't color me surprised when we find out that it's Gyukimaru who's been Onimaru all this time. Which explains why Gyukimaru was taking all the weapons. He's been doing the same job that Kawamatsu was doing even when Kawamatsu was in prison. Onimaru, posing as Gyukimaru, was still robbing people of their swords and weapons in order to help Kawamatsu and the rebellion against Kaido and Orochi all this time. Now we know. Oh wow, this is such a good chapter. And we hear the history of how Kawamatsu and Onimaru met. They didn't like each other at first. Well, Onimaru didn't like Kawamatsu because Kawamatsu was trying to go to the graves and take up the swords for the rebellion itself. And after a while, after Onimaru started to see the conviction within Kawamatsu, he started to notice that, Kawamatsu's objective is just, his goals are honorable. So they started helping each other out, and it got to the point where Kawamatsu made a blunder in the capital, and that led to his imprisonment in Udon. And it cuts to the present day when he's talking to Hiyori about why he couldn't meet up with her and all the stuff that happened, that they find this spot where it's just chock full of all the weapons that Gyuki Onimaru pretty much filled the entire stock. It's pretty much just a giant storage house with nothing but weapons. And Kawamatsu talks to Kinemon. He lets him know that we're going to have enough weapons for everybody. And Zoro's still harping on the fact that he doesn't have Shusui, but in exchange, Hiyori says, in replacement for Wano's treasured sword, I will give you the sword, the only weapon that has ever left a mark on Kaido. The only weapon that has left the only scar on the invincible, unstoppable monster that is Kaido. How did this sword manage to scar someone who has been sentenced to execution I don't know how many times, whenever literally a man who can survive jumping off of a sky island and landing face first into the ground, a man who has sunk numerous ships just by him being on them, who has been sentenced to decapitation, to hanging, to death by impalement, and every single one of these weapons broke against him. Someone who has been able to shrug off casually Gear 4 Luffy without a care in the world. Yet this blade, this famous blade, Enma, was able to give him the one and only scar on him. I want to know more. I'm curious. We need to know more about this sword of called Enma that left a scar on Kaido. Oh, I'm so interested. I can't wait to see what this next chapter holds. Oh, I'm so excited. This was a really good chapter. I'm so glad I had the day off today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And I had yesterday, so it's 4 days off. So, yeah, this was a really good chapter. Let me know what you all thought of this. Yo, I wonder if Zoro would be a little bit more compliant if he gets a sword that is going to be capable of actually harming Kaido. And it's really, oh wow, it's really starting to get bright now. Oh well. So, everyone, let me know what you thought of this chapter as a whole. Yo, the sword that gave him his one and only scar kind of reminds me how of the third Raikage's, like his lightning armor from Naruto. It was so indestructible that no one could touch him. The only thing that could actually hurt him was himself, and that's how he had that massive scar. When he was fighting the Eight Tails, he gave himself that scar when they fell over from exhaustion. So, the only thing that can harm Kaido, or was capable of harming Kaido, I don't know if that still applies now, or if there's something special about this sword that makes it so that despite Kaido's nigh invincibility, it can still harm him somehow. We'll just have to find out in the next chapter if it continues from this point. We could jump to another perspective from someone else. Knowing Oda, he might draw us in with this last bit and then start to go to another perspective to keep us guessing on what's going to happen next. But with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in the next video. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.